So divorce is exhausting enough, and trying to buy another home or refinance during that process can feel impossible. But today, let's go through and untangling those finances and make those dreams really become a reality while you're going through this transition. So let's hit three topics today while looking to get a mortgage or refinance, while also going through a divorce. So number one, what I want to hit on is documentation for minimums of what you're going to need to get a mortgage or refinance on a property while you're going through this. So generally, there's two main documents. You have your MSA, which is your marital separation agreement, or sometimes they call it a property settlement agreement, and then your divorce decree, which is what's filed at the courthouse. So out of those two documents, generally most lenders, including ourselves, will need at least the property settlement agreement or the marital settlement agreement. That spells out who's paying alimony or child support, who's in charge and responsible for certain bills. It really outlines financially who's in charge of what moving forward from the divorce, and that's what's recorded at the courthouse with that formal document, your divorce decree. So formally, out of those two, I've done them before without the full decree, we at least need the fully executed, documented, recorded settlement agreement. That's very important. If you're going through the process, you'll need that document, number one. Number two, going through, a lot of people in the situation is buying out of a spouse. How does that work? I've lived in this property for a number of years. Well, the good news is that we have programs available that you have to pay that spouse some equity. Usually that is part of the process where you're going to take them off of the other property. You're going to remove them from the title work, but then on top of it, you need to pay them out some of the equity in the property. So we have programs that don't charge extra for that. They treat that as just a normal rate and term refinance. Again, as long as it's spelled out in your settlement agreement that that's going to be agreed upon between the two of you, how much is going to be given to the other party, and then you get to retain and stay in the home with your new mortgage under your name, of course, qualifying that on your own. So doing that refinance and the equity buyout is something that's very, very common. And then thirdly, I want to go over the other part is going through and actually, I'm going to be buying a new house. Maybe you went through a divorce. This is very common a number of years ago. You're renting currently, which I see a lot, getting back on your feet. And you want to buy a new home, but you're still on the old mortgage. Maybe that other spouse has not refinanced or sold that property. Usually the settlement agreement gives you a certain amount of time to get off of that, but maybe they can't. Maybe they don't qualify. Well, the good news is that we have programs that as long as the settlement agreement spells out that the person in the home is fully responsible for all of those payments, we don't have to count that debt against you. So you don't have to qualify with having that mortgage under your belt, even if it shows on your credit report. We, by all means, can qualify you, which is buying the new house, which is fantastic because not everyone can qualify with having both houses. So that's a very huge area as well. So whether you're staying in the home, whether you're looking to purchase a new home, no matter what the situation presents itself with, those three things are the three big areas that we need to look at. So again, getting the property settlement agreement. If you're looking to refinance, we have programs that offer a little rate relief in that to stay in the house, or if you're looking to buy a new one, we have programs for that too, guys. So any questions, I do quite a bit. Unfortunately, divorce is never something you really want to go through or know where you're planned on. Please feel free to reach out, give me a call. Happy to run through your situation. And if you're even starting the beginning stages of thinking you might be going down this transition, it's a good idea to get in touch with someone like myself ahead of time so we can plan accordingly and get you back on track with your transition. So always here to help, guys. If whatever I can do, I'll talk to you soon.